Every new year starts the same. Motivation is high, goals feel exciting, and we genuinely believe that this time it's going to be different. But somehow, motivation fails, habits fall apart, and we begin to blame ourselves. In this video, I want to speak about why motivation isn't enough. Why so often at the start of the year, habits fall apart. And what actually helps you stay consistent when excitement wears off. Motivation is emotional, not reliable. It depends on your mood, energy, and circumstances. If you're waiting to feel motivated, that creates inconsistency. And because you're waiting, because you want your body to be in a state or in a mood or in an energy to feel active, to feel motivated, that's the reason why you're not going to achieve your goals. Because you're first waiting for your body to tell you how you feel to do something. And that's why so often at the start of the year, people are so high on emotions. People are so high on excitement. But then afterwards, habits fall apart. And why is that? Because they're depending on something that is emotional. Do what you need to do and get up. Regardless of your emotions, regardless of your habits, do what you need to do and get up. And the big reason why habits fall in January is because there is no system. It's just all excitement. It's just all enthusiasm. There is no plan. There is no system. There is no pattern. There is no way of you to work towards your goals. You don't even know what to do to actually achieve your goals. You made a vision board. You said, yes, I'm going to place this in this year and I'm just going to achieve it. But there's no action towards that. And that's why so often in January, habits just fall apart. People already give up in January. And for me, that surprises me. But then at the same time, it doesn't, because you're starting with excitement. You're starting with motivation. Those things are not reliable. When there is discipline and consistency, then you will see true change. So do something towards your goals. Don't wait to feel motivated. Don't wait to feel like something has to happen for you to take action. Nothing needs to happen. You just have to pick yourself up and get what you need to do. Do what you need to do. That's what needs to happen. You are the person to make something happen great into your life. And when you're trying to achieve everything at once, that's how you become burnt out. I speak about burnt out in my previous video, and I share how there is a thin line between discipline and burnt out. Even though you may be disciplined, doesn't mean that is intensity. You can be disciplined without intensity. You can be consistent without feeling forced. You can be focused without feeling drained. Like, there's always a balance towards life. If you watch my video, Healthy Discipline, that's when you find out, okay, I can be disciplined in a healthy way and I will live a better life. Things actually work together for me when I'm disciplined, but in a healthy way. So watch that previous video that I made and you guys are going to understand how it helps so much, and you're going to be more stress-free. You're going to be more excited to even put all your goals into practice, but not out of excitement like the feeling, but you're going to depend on the structure, the pattern, the line that you're going to put between your feelings and your actions. It's just a whole transformation. So I'll let you guys go and watch it before I speak a lot about it. So watch that video and I hope you enjoy it. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave your comments there. The difference between discipline and motivation is that motivation starts the action and discipline sustains it. Discipline doesn't mean force, it means structure. And consistency doesn't mean perfection. When you understand this, you understand, wow, so I can be motivated. Yes, motivation is something that you're going to feel, it's an emotion, but that just starts the action. Whereas discipline sustains it. So when you begin something, you are motivated to start your business. You are motivated to go to the gym. But what keeps you going to the gym, starting your business, is the discipline you need to apply. That's what sustains it. And when you sustain the discipline, that's when you see that things start progressing. Regardless of the days that are bad or good for you, you're still going to place that action into practice. You're not going to say, because I don't feel motivated today, I'm not going to put it into practice. That is just stupidity. Because only when you feel motivated are you really going to put in the action. That's ridiculous. But when you are disciplined, regardless whether you're having a bad day, regardless of whether you had bad news, you are going to put that into practice because you know that, wait, I am a disciplined person and I want to achieve my goals because I want to see something happen. I'm not going to wait for motivation to come and tell me how I feel or what energy I should have for today. No, you're going to do it regardless. And consistency doesn't mean perfection. And when I say this, it's like, okay, even though, for example, you miss a day within a week, don't think like, you've lost something or you're way behind. It's not perfection. We're not perfect, guys. And chasing after perfection is also one of self-sabotaging, traits of a human being. Like, we self-sabotage ourselves when we want things to be perfect, because us as human beings, we're naturally not perfect. Like, myself, this is not my first language. English is not my first language. So sometimes when I speak, it's like, I'm trying my best to be very clear, to be very punctual, to be very, put the grammar together. I'm doing my best, but I'm not chasing after perfection. I'm showing to you guys that this is me. Like, English is not my first language, but I'm able to speak to you guys and improve for that. So when you understand this, you're not going to chase after perfection. You'll be consistent, yes, and there'll be some days that you will not be consistent. When I started going to the gym, the first few months of going to the gym, I was not consistent. I'll be consistent one day, consistent for the whole week, and then the other week I'll not be consistent. But then as time went by, as I was pushing myself, as discipline was entering, I saw, wow, I'm seeing more changes when I am disciplined. Yes, the motivation was there to go to the gym, but what sustained it was the discipline. So when I started even rejecting the days where I felt so tired, I felt so lazy, I attended the gym, and I saw changes, I saw results, I saw my mood being better, I saw my heart rates, being better, I saw my breathing becoming better, I saw everything about me becoming better. And that's what I'm saying to you guys. Like, so don't think like, okay, if you're gonna be consistent this whole January and then you miss the day, you're slowing down, you're going backwards. These thoughts may come, but don't accept them, reject them. You're not perfect, guys, okay? Just reject these thoughts. You need to understand you're not a perfect person, and when you understand this, you're more soft on yourself, you're more gentle on yourself. Take good care of yourself, even with the things that you say to yourself, even the ideas that you have, the thoughts that come to your mind. Be very cautious and be very careful with how you speak to yourself, because the way you think about yourself shapes your life. So these are 3 things that actually work. 3 things that I saw that even though they're just simple, they really make a huge difference. The first one is small, boring, repeatable habits. And the reason why I say small, boring, repeatable habits is because it can be something so little. For example, tidying up. If you do something like tidy up for 5 minutes, just give it 5 minutes to tidy up, you will see a great change in your work. You're going to see a great change in your mental state, because when there is cleanness, there is clarity. When there is organization, your mind can think properly. When there is chaos and when there is rubbish, when there is things that's just all over the place, that's how you start feeling so lost. That's how your mind starts dumping rubbish, because your environment looks like rubbish. Like 5 minutes of cleaning, of tidying up, makes a huge difference. So like small, boring, repeatable habits. Like, what can you repeat every single day, but it's just very boring? Maybe it can be cleaning a window every single day. Maybe it can be making coffee every single day. Just something small and very boring. I realize like things like this really do make a huge difference. Sometimes a small habit that is really boring can be even just journaling. I know journaling is nothing to do with watching entertainment or speaking to anybody. You can literally just start writing. It's boring for some people, but I enjoy it. But it's something that is very small. It doesn't require intensity. It doesn't require so much of effort from me. So look at the small, boring, repeatable habit. Okay, let me not say boring. Look at the small habits that are repeatable that you can do every single day. Maybe it can be walking. You can walk maybe for 10K, get 10K steps. You can run, just something that is repeatable, but it's very small. And then over time, you can see that you're able to do the bigger things. You're able to apply the bigger things. So yeah, I would say give it a try, Those small, boring, repeatable habits actually do shape your life and change how you feel and how you maneuver through life. So yeah, I think you should give it a try. The second one is patience over intensity. And this one I had to really apply also with my YouTube channel. I really want this channel to be all about self-improvement. I can make pretty videos and just showcase my face, but what's the whole point of being a pretty girl that doesn't have brains? I have brains, and I want to share that with you guys. I want to share about self-improvement, lifestyle, fashion. I want to speak about my experiences of life. I want to speak about the things that I went through. So I had to understand that this will be a journey that would take time, that I had to be patient with, that I'm going to meet so many people, I'm going to interact with so many people, the things that I have to learn, I have to change, I have to add, I have to subtract. It's a whole journey, and I'm willing to be patient with that. Patience over intensity. I don't need to be intense on my days every single day. I need to be making sure that I do this, I do this, I do this. Like, I end up feeling drained. I feel like my purpose then isn't fulfilled when it's being forced. When you feel like you're doing something, or when people tell you to do something, like human beings, naturally they don't want to be told what to do. I myself know that I don't like to be told what to do, especially if I know that I'm going to do it already. I don't like it. I hate it. And that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't want to put intensity into something because I'll feel like I'm not truly doing it at my full potential. When I know that I've given my best, or when I'm being here, of when I've done something, I just don't do it because of intensity or because I'm being forced to. It's because I know that I'm living to my full potential, and I know I'm living to my full course. So I rather do it to that than having intensity or putting so much into it. No, I'm not gonna do that. So I had to learn to be more patient and wait to see the results, wait to see things grow. So I advise you to have patience over intensity. You're gonna see true change, true definition of growth, and true definition of, results. You want to go into life seeing the results. You want to go into life seeing the effort you put in. Sometimes when you achieve things so quickly like this, it feels like, okay, it was that simple. But when you worked so hard, you put so much effort, you give your best, you're patient, that's when you enjoy the result even more. And that's what I want to do. That's one thing I learned. It was really hard. But as over time, I realized, you know what? The right people are going to come, and the right people will listen to me, which even makes me more happier. So I love you guys for supporting this YouTube channel. It's growing, and I believe it's going to grow even more this year. So thank you for all your support, your likes, your subscribes, and share this video with somebody that you may feel like they need a level up in their life. They want self-improvement on a deep core, because I'm sharing my own personal experience, not things that I've seen from other YouTubers or other people. This is my experience and how I developed and I'm becoming the best version of myself. So yeah, thank you guys. Just wanted to put that in. The last one is progress you can apply on your low energy days. And what I mean by this is that choose habits that, even though you may have low energy days, or even though you may have days where you just don't want to do nothing, you're still able to apply it. Is it walking? Is it journaling? Is it communicating? Is it speaking? Habits that add towards your goals. Is it maybe even looking at your vision board just for a sec and strategize within your mind? It might not be you writing something down on a piece of paper, but you're able to still look at your vision board or your goals and still think, how am I going to achieve this? Just let your mind wander into places, things like that. Look at the habits that you can do on your low energy days, and those low energy days will even feel like you've done something, whereas if you've done nothing on your low energy days, you even feel more drained and more demotivated and more undisciplined, inconsistent. There's so many feelings and emotions you may feel on your low energy days, and those are the very moments that you have to pick yourself up, or you have to choose a habit that you're able to still be consistent with. Like I said, guys, maybe it can even be just drawing. It can be having like a brain dump notebook where you're just able to dump all the thoughts and negativity that may be running through your mind, and you place it in that notebook. Something very small, something very unique, but you're still working towards your goals. You feel like you're still being consistent. It might not be like the way it is on like the days you feel more energetic, or the days you feel more revived. It might not be the same effort, but even though it might not be the same effort, you're still doing something around it. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. So yeah, I do this because even though I've seen like the weeks are going by in January, there's so much days where I felt like I'm just so tired, I don't want to do it anymore. But that's when I work towards another way of how I can still put work towards my goals, or put some effort towards my goals to achieve it eventually, but in a very small and very subtle way. Not in a way I feel forced, or I feel like I'm putting so much intensity. Not in that type of way. I put it more in like small progressions or small habits, or like maybe even just sitting down to just think, because it's sometimes can be draining. Sometimes you can even feel the pressure of like, I need to achieve this, I need to gain this. But that's the very moment when you're like, okay, let me look at the other small things I can do, but I can also work towards it. Does that make sense? I really hope it makes sense, because I want you guys to understand that there will be days where you're gonna have no energy. There'll be days where you feel like, I want to give up, like I'm tired, like I'm done with this. And those days, guys, those are the days where you have to put a little bit more effort, or those are the days that you have to have a progress, or have like a system, or have like a little small habit you can do working towards your actual goal, which is such a big and amazing idea to have, because you're not only just working towards it, but you're also not allowing your body to be inconsistent, and you're not allowing your body to back down from discipline, which is very intelligent, you know, if you think about it. Real change isn't about motivation, it's about what you return to when motivation fades. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you for being part of this community that we are growing in. I'm so grateful for all the subscribers, for all the likes and all the comments you placed in my channel. I'm so grateful for your love and your adoration, and how you can help me with my content. So I believe that this channel is going to truly grow. I ask that you may share this video to anybody that you may feel like, you know, they're slowing down, or they're having burnt out moments. Send this video to them so that they can be revived and get back on their feet. Thank you once again, and see you in the next video. Bye.